Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear viewers, I would like to recite the Holy Quran, where you all know about it, where you all memorized. And following that, I will read the translation in a slow way to understand better. And I'll come to that why I'm reciting a bit more specifically in a slow way. Alright, so let's begin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسي السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Now the translation. In the name of Allah, the All Merciful, the Very Merciful. Allah, there is no God but He, the Living, the All Sustaining. Neither dozing overtakes Him, nor sleep. To Him belongs all that is in the heavens and all that is on the earth. Who can intercede with Him without His permission? He knows what is before them and what is behind them, while they encompass nothing of His knowledge except what He wills. His kursiya, chair, extends to the heavens and to the earth, and it does not weary Him to look after them. He is the All-High, the Supreme. So, you all know about it. What ayat am I talking about? Which is the apex of the Surah Al-Baqarah, and that Surah Al-Baqarah itself is the apex of the Holy Quran. Well, by the way, I'll mention Surah Al-Baqarah is second Surah of the Holy Quran, and the ayat is 255. Now, quite a lot of viewers, you will be knowing that there is a lot of fazila, a lot of benefits while reciting this ayat, while memorizing it. It has given a lot of emphasis memorizing this ayat of the Holy Quran, of the Surah Baqarah, specifically. I mean, even doing the small kids have been taught about it. It has been emphasized from Islamic aspect also, and you can find a lot of you'll be finding hadiths sayings of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to learn and to learn by heart, to recite after every first salah, and to recite while going before the sleep also. There are hadiths over there actually, and this is called the apex of the Surah Baqarah, which is apex of the Holy Quran. Now my emphasis is here, so why it is called the apex of the Holy Quran, why it is called the apex of the Surah Baqarah. That's the main focus. We need to look into that. Now, in the earlier videos, if you have seen, I have talked about the 99 names of Allah, Isma Azam or Sifat al-Asma wal Sifat, you could say, where it has given a pretty much importance of remembering the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, understanding its meanings and the depth meanings. So, taking that into consideration, if you ponder, if you go into depth of this ayat, that's what it talks about, the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the Quran, in that particular surah, there are 10 statements are there actually. The first one, Allah la ilaha illa huwal, which talks about Tawheed. And the remaining 9 statements is about the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And why it is so special? Because these are the sifat which is specifically mentioned in the Surah of this particular ayat, which only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can have only those sifat. Nobody, no other living thing or non-living whatever can have that kind of sifat at all. Not at all. By the way, this ayat is called Ayat al-Kursi, and we'll explain why it is called Ayatul Kursi also. Yeah, obviously, because in that ayat also there's a word Kursi also is mentioned. That's why it's called Ayatul Kursi. Okay, so the remaining 9 statements which talks about Allah, the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right, which I will just see through translation. I mean word by word. I mean what is it? The living, the all sustaining. I mean neither the kind of sleep knows over it, nor it sleeps. Everything what is in the heavens or what is in the earth or the whole universe, everything, or multiverse you can say, belongs to him. And which shows that the kind of authority, the ruleness, everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has actually. And once Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Malik, is the Lord, sustaining everything, authority, power, all power, then without his permission, no one who can intercede, who can just interfere or intercede without his permission. That's the thing. Anbiya, Siddiqeen, Shuhada, Salihin, and especially Rasulullah, who will be having the authority, they will be given authority to intercede on the people's on the Ummah's behalf also, especially Rasulullah when doing the day of Qiyamah, when Rasulullah will go to Maqam Mahmud, and when will be reciting the praises of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he will be granted a permission to intercede. But even in that also, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant permission to Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, Siddiqeen, Shuhada, Salihin, as per Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wish. Not on their own. I mean, not any Anbiya cannot do it on their own, in the presence of Allah or without Allah's permission. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything, what is before, what is behind, later on, future, past, present, whatever timeline you talk about, anything which is beyond our thinking and all that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows each and everything. While we, all of us, cannot have any knowledge, any of the speck of his knowledge, cannot have. Only by his Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will, whom he gives the knowledge, how much it to be given. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has all powerful and all authorities, then obviously Allah will know each and everything. His kursi extends the heaven of the earth. Now there are the riwayah where it's mentioned about the kursi and arsh are two different entity. Okay, in some of it is mentioned they're both the same, but most of the majority riwayah says it's two different entity. Okay, now the size of kursi is mentioned while combining the heavens or all the earths and everything universe combining together, and comparing the kursi is like comparing a small piece of kind of stuff over here with the you can say, for example, the football field. In the same way, the comparison with the kursi and arsh is like the comparison of keeping a small stuff and ring with the football field. I mean, this is an example I'm saying. I mean, that's what the riwayats mention. So you can imagine the size. It's unbelievable, beyond the imagination. And taking control, authorities, and all the affairs of all the heavens, the earth, kursi, everything, is nothing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is just kind of it be, it does not be, it does not be. So all the things, it is He who's the All High, the Supreme. Right? Now, you just try to understand the level of power Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, authority Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has over us, over all the mankind, everything, from the beginning till the end, from the beginning of the time to the end of the time, everything, even before the time when it was created, everything. You can imagine that. And in this ayat, it was mentioned about, it has given emphasis specifically about the Tawheed, about the shifat, that is intercession of the permission, ilm ghaib, and even about the kursi. So this is the only ayah. But yeah, along with this ayah, there is also one more ayah in Surah Al-Imran. That's the first ayah. Alif Lam Mim, Allahu al-Qayyum. First and second ayah. And one ayah which is mentioned, Surah Taha. I don't know what is the ayat number. May Allah forgive me, I forgot. But these are three ayahs which specifically talks about the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the control, authority, powerful. No, which no other human being, no other living being, non-living can have it at all. So that was the reason why this ayat has been called the apex of the Surah Baqarah, which is the apex of the Holy Quran itself, actually. And why it has been fair to learn this by heart, to recite after first salah, to recite before going to sleep also, everything. But it shows, because it shows the authority of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over each and everything. Without any permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing can happen. Nothing good, bad can happen on anything, on anyone else at all. So we have to realize that the authority of, we have to recognize the authority and power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, which is unimaginable, which is beyond our imagination, our thinking, or our limited mindset we have actually. So coiled viewers also know this by heart, this ayat, and those who do not know, I would suggest to please learn this ayat at least by heart, which actually there is a lot of riwayah which tells that reciting this ayat that's not the only thing, but this will be one of the ways to safeguard you from hell and give you the pathways toward the Jannah actually. So understand the value of this ayat, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to say, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has described himself in this ayat in a very specific way, which only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can have, only those sifat, and no other thing can have actually. That's the emphasis of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has introduced himself to all the mankind, everything. That's the thing. So that's all for today, and please share, like, subscribe to this video. Any comments, please comment down. Remember me in your duas, and take care, and I'll see you again in the next videos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.